Hi everybody, I am doing another tag. This is going to be in collaboration with Ruth and Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty. I'm not sure if there's others doing it. I'm kind of still getting all the information, but I will have everything linked down below. So this is the Panner's Pan, and we have a list of questions that I'm going to go over really quick. We'll see if it's really quick because I got a fussy baby over here. Okay, the first question. Easiest category to pan. And for me, that's mascara. Because you use it in every routine and eventually you know it's going to use up. Minimum of 3 months. And then I like to use them for about 4 or 5 months before it starts drying out on me. Next question is the hardest product there is to pan. And I'm going to say complexion products. Bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Anything there, it takes months just to hit pan on it. There are some formulas that are easier than others, but on average, they take a long time. I don't even think I have pan on any of my complexion products, unless it's setting powder, and that is the second hardest for me to pan. A product that you flew through, and for me that is brow pencils. I use these, if I use it every day, they'll be gone in like 2 or 3 months. I used to do, my minimum makeup would be my brows and an eye base to cover discoloration. And then if I had time, I would do like eyeliner and mascara. That's what I did for a little bit after she was born. And I could go through this in like 2 or 3 months. It's one of the reasons why I tried using brow powders, because they're more eco-friendly, but it takes more work, more effort. I just like to, I stick with brow pens. These for me are always, I fly through them super fast. And a product that I lost the will to pan. I don't have it in my collection anymore, but I think I still have a picture, and it's pretty much single eyeshadows that come in their own packaging. So I had an Ace Beauté single shadow in the shade Iced Latte. It was in the similar formula as a Super Shock, and it's a very pretty color, but I just don't use those. So they take twice as long to even get usage out of it, and then way longer to even hit pan on it. So that's why I decluttered it. It's just not even worth my time. I'd rather use a palette or a magnetic palette with powdered singles instead of having these little packages that you have to go through. So. And then we have 2 questions for the easiest eyeshadow to pan, and for me that's mattes, especially matte transition browns. I can hit pan on those relatively quick, and the hardest eyeshadows to pan are shimmers. And I feel like for me, shimmers take a long time, because for some people it's the other way around, but I don't use a brush that often to apply eyeshadow that are shimmers. I use my finger, and I feel like that's why it takes longer. I haven't found a lot of brushes that I like that actually give the shimmer the pop that it wouldn't if I hadn't used my finger. I get a better shimmer with my finger than I do with the brush, if I'm explaining it correctly, and for that reason it takes me longer to hit pan on shimmer shadows. Next question is the best alternative used to pan a product. Now, there's a couple different ones. I've used eyeshadow sticks as blush. I've seen people use liquid lipsticks as blush. So anything complexion, I feel like it's easier to use, especially if it's a powdered product. I love using a bronzer for eyeshadow because then it's the same tone, it matches, and you can also use blush as eyeshadow. So I think anything as long as it's eye safe, you can interchange them. And then lip stuff always works really well on the cheeks. I've even used a concealer from my It Cosmetics beauty book, and it has 3 different shades. The darkest shade, it's supposed to be concealer, but I'll use it for contour because it's a cream product. So, and it goes on the face. I'm just using it slightly different. So that's one good thing about panning. If you are creative, you can find tons of different ways to use your stuff. Best product or tip or trick to pan. I guess that's kind of in the same thought that I was just saying. As long as you find a creative way to use it, it'll work. I've even used eyeliner as an eye base to try it out to see. I did that with my LA Girl eyeliner because I didn't really like the color or the formula, so I thought I'd use it as an eye base, and it worked okay. Depends on the formula. It'll work. I've even used eyeshadow sticks as eye bases, and that works great. I have my e.l.f. shimmer one, and that way I get the brow bone highlight and I get the inner corner highlight and the base all in one go. Last question, what has project panning taught me? Project panning has taught me that it takes a long time to get through products. So it's definitely eye-opening with how brands push new, and I don't need new. I've got so many of everything. If I were to not buy products, I could legitimately do a no buy for at least, for sure, 1 year, 2 years for everything powder, and then 5 years or more for complexion and eyeshadow. But, you know, with the way social media is, you want to try all the new formulas, you want to try all the different brands, and so that's definitely been a challenge, but definitely eye-opening with my no-buy especially, and panning. That's one of the reasons why I started panning, was because I actually had, years ago, enough of a collection to fit a small bag, and that's all I owned. Then I got introduced into Ipsy, then BoxyCharm, then Allure, and then, you know, down the rabbit hole of collecting all the different products. Then that's when I learned about project panning, and I thought that would be a good way to balance out keeping a bunch of stuff and using what I have. And so I'm so happy to have joined this community, and I'm so glad that even though I was nervous joining YouTube, that I did it anyway, and here I am with close to 200 subscribers, and I'm just, you know, having fun. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's the same name as on here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.